everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to LEGO Jurassic World. So for today's mission, we are going to do this level in free play. We haven't gotten any of the mini kits, so that should be easy enough to get at least most of them, if not all of them. So let's hop into it. Don't really care who I take.
Here's another fascinating fact for you.
It's really weird to get black screens and have a load screen before you hit the load screen. And just bad engine. It's just a bad game engine. That's all there is to it. I mean, you can't argue anything else to me, I don't think. Mr. DNA is crawling there, hiding. So we see a lot of things getting pointed out here. What's weird is we probably... oh, we do have her. So let's come back here and hit that. Come on, work. Now the danger with these sections is that I'll just accidentally move forward with the section and not get the collectible. It's definitely possible that that's gonna happen. We need Timmy, or is that Timmy, or is that somebody else? Seems like all the collectibles are to the right. This was a really good scene in the movie, very memorable. And I imagine this is any character could activate this at all. That would be my guess, at least. So I can sneak this way and then come around this way. So I could push this way. Which is zigzagging through this kitchen. This feels like it was probably a decent amount of work to do this scene, since it's just not the standard. It's not running around. It's not doing the normal things you would do in a LEGO game. It's doing some of the normal things, but not all of them. And he comes all the way around here, and that catches the attention of this. And knows the pickle jars everywhere. Somebody was probably proud of that animation. So I assume you just push this here. And then it doesn't look like any collectibles are over there. So they're all behind this door that we couldn't access. It's just going to take us to a different area, effectively implying that... nope, not her either. How about her? No. How about him? No. How about Mr. DNA? Yes, he does. Mr. DNA has access to everything, apparently. So there's just like a whole other section. Yeah, it's totally not even part of the game then, when it works that way. A micro scale Jurassic Park model, nice. I would have preferred to have seen this actually in the game though. Yeah. They always have these little extra surprises. What's weird is there's no nothing pointing towards that, and yet there was a mini kit there. It was just a little bit further away. Well, there really isn't too much to moan about here. Just a couple of trays that I can punch for some coins and that model and that mini kit, and then we're right back to this. Let's hit that. Build this. Open this. And I think in the movie actually the kids get in the freezer, not the dinosaur. Notice my partner there's going crazy, switching between characters, trying to figure out how to enter the darkness. And that makes the ice cream with a couple of ice cream frogs on top of it. If you could pause on that scene, you would have seen that. Maybe they'll show it again. No, they won't. So what do we do now? The room has changed a little bit. There's no more collectibles to get in this section, so you kind of wish you could just skip it. But fine, whatever. The goggles that the kid has, the Jurassic Park themed infrared goggles, really does indicate that there would have been a whole other group of dinosaurs that were nocturnal that they didn't get to introduce in the movie, or they were thinking about cloning them. They say there's only 15 species of dinosaurs on the island. Maybe they were gonna have some more, or maybe some of those 15 were nocturnal. And I love that little gag. I don't think in the story cutscenes it should have been like that. They kinda did that even in LEGO Star Wars, so my complaint's not really that valid. It's just, I think LEGO Star Wars was 90% serious, where here it feels more like the story is only at most, I'd say 60-70% serious. Now I don't want to move the story forward until I know I've gotten all the things. And if I save and continue here, there's really no way to load back into that section, but that's not a huge issue. She has to break the glass, even though the other character broke everything else as soon as he touched it. Because I have Destroy on Contact. I really love this ability. Let's see. Get all these. There we go. And there's this whole other section that I think we'll have to deal with later. Let's hack this. And there's this weird cursor minigame. It's just like I cannot move the cursor anywhere outside of where it's supposed to go. It's totally locked in. Then hit X. It's really bad. It could have done so much better. I really think the problem with TT games is simply they get too ambitious for themselves. I think they make too many games in too short of a time. And if they only made one game every 4 years, then that one game would probably be excellent every single time. Bug free, hopefully. Run smoothly at some point. Then they would have time to work on their engine and get it to run smoothly at 1080p. Uh, Probably have more levels. But I guess since it's a kids game, then kids will purchase or be purchased lesser quality games than what an adult video game player would be willing to spend. They can get away with giving a slightly lesser quality product. I mean, don't get me wrong, Lego games always hand you a ridiculous amount of hours of gameplay. The question just becomes, are they good hours of gameplay? And sometimes the answer is no. The little explosion of Lego bricks there doesn't make a lot of sense. Let's see, and then nothing changed over here, so we'll switch over to the kid. Let's ask this question. Can Mr. DNA crawl through that? Nope. Why did the camera jump to that guy? That makes no sense. There's nothing over here. You need the crowbar guy. Get that one. And then we need the lady. Oh no, we need the hacker girl. Okay. No problem there. And so now I'm controlling a remote control unit that wouldn't have even been something that was thought about when the Jurassic Park movie came out. Although maybe in some background scene there is a remote control unit that looks like this. That's the thing that Jurassic World, even though it's a new movie, it still is old enough that drones and RC quadcopters are not a big deal. I think I got everything here. And because of that, if you had made Jurassic World just a couple of years later, there would be RC quadcopters all over the island looking at dinosaurs, filming them. I think I'm just gonna switch to Barry since, as far as I know, he's the only guy that can shoot these. But there's probably somebody else that can. Here we go. That was a failed jump. This is a little movie theater thing. So I think we've got everything. Let's pick this up. Place the fuse here. Now we just kind of need to rush towards finishing this section so we can get to the next section. We have a chance here to get all 10 of the mini kits. Oddly, now I am going to hack this computer with no screen. She is such an awesome hacker at probably 13 years old. She doesn't even need a monitor. Oh, the screen comes down. I'm gonna try to rush through this. I mean, this is to duplicate the movie, but it doesn't look that good, really. These little Lego barracks. And it's just this match game. Let's see. That one, that one, that one, that one. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. It doesn't feel like the puzzle changed any on the second attempt. I like the guy with the coffee in the background where the raptor is. He sees the raptor and he just starts walking the other way. And the raptor starts following him. So what more do we need to do? Just come over here and listen to him make the phone call. You just have to get close to him, I guess. And that thing rotates and we start getting attacked. And he builds this. Off screen. Terrible placement of the camera there. And we have the ladder, and we climb in the ladder and escape. I haven't heard anybody talk in a while. Did the audio voices break again? I heard a whoa there. I'm starting to wonder here if it's that there's just no conversation taking place because nothing happened in the movie and they're sticking too closely to the movie, or if the audio messed up. Either one is equally possible. See, I'm not seeing a subtitle thing. I have the subtitles on, right? Yep. May be necessary after this recording for me to exit again. It's just so ridiculous. How do I take care of this guy? Hit him with a baseball. How come the baseball breaks into like a ball of ice or something? Crazy growing plants. There we go. So you may not even get the experience you wanted playing these levels over again, just because of the fact that everything seems to break every now and then. Is that gonna be one? Yes. Come over here. Find the bolt cutting guy. Cut this bolt. She hops in here. Apparently. There's only a couple left. So if this one gives me one and this one gives me one, that's everything. So then we just need to kind of run out the rest of this level. Let's just hurry through it. All I hear is the Raptors. Did I change the audio? Like, you can't even turn off the dialogue audio. It's just audio, and that's it. Maybe it's because they're different characters. Notice that was an in-game engine cutscene. Very few of those in the game. A lot of the cutscenes go back to the main characters. You can obviously tell this is an engine because it's the same character over next to each other. We gotta switch to this and do the cutscene. This is where the T-Rex saves the day by just brutally attacking the Raptor. Although, there's really no connection here. It's not like the T-Rex wants to save the humans. Not even particularly to save them for his next meal. He's just attacking the Raptors out of random territory control and aggression. It would be a little unrealistic. I missed the cut. I hit the wrong button there. It'd be a little unrealistic if the T-Rex decided he liked the humans for some reason. The best you could do is you could have a scene where they fed the T-Rex and it learned some appreciation of the humans that way. And that's about as much as you could do. And there's not even a scene like that though. So this is really just animal on animal fighting. Cool animal on animal fighting, sure, but now I'm going back and forth and I think that's what I'm supposed to do. This control was really required a lot of it. Notice that is not an engine cutscene, thus it went back to the same thing.
After careful consideration, I've decided
that is an engine.
Park. So have I.
So it's very interesting that it should all be an engine. The reason it should be in the engine is that at some point you may point out a patch for even higher texture. That's pretty funny. So that you could do like 4K or 8K versions of the texture. And then all the cutscenes would render at that same thing. Also, whenever in free play mode like this, you would want... This is the guy from the toilet that he ate. You would want silly hats and such things to render. The only thing against in-game engine cutscenes are things like when you play The Witcher 3 and you have swords that are cutting through your coat, well, clipping through your coat, and they look like they're just magically floating and such because they don't line up. Or also in Witcher 3, which is a huge game, so it's very forgivable, you had so many different hairstyles and helmets and stuff. You would often start a cutscene and the helmet of the person you're talking to won't render in for 30 seconds, so you'll just see their face, and then all of a sudden they'll have a helmet just magically fade in. So a little bit of a problem in that. You probably wouldn't run into that in a Lego game though, because Lego characters by default are each unique skins. They don't mix and match that much except for the custom characters, and I imagine when you make a custom character you save it as a unique skin. Now I have to really wonder here if this is stuck, and thus we won't be able to do anything extra. I think it is. If I was to bet money, I would say this has crashed again. all the crashiness doesn't happen until you get out of story mode. It's amazing. They got the game running all the way to the final credits of the 4th movie, and then all the bugs are in story mode. I mean, free play mode. Yeah. They obviously got some testing, quality assurance testing, to not look at this free play mode. That must be the case. And thus they focused all their bug killing and bug squashing in the programming in just making sure story worked and not caring about free play. So yeah, this is stuck. It wouldn't be loading here to wrap up. More than likely it saved everything. More than likely it unlocked a dinosaur skeleton. I don't know which one, but I think we're good. Even if we're not good, I'll check this, and if I have to, I'll play through the level again and do it all off screen. There's no reason for me to show you me doing this level for a 3rd time simply because this game is buggy. Man, every crash, every lockup, you have to put that into consideration. I really don't want to consider it. I was saying this was a great game until we ran into these crashes, and now I can't say it's a great game. It's starting to go, it's too below average at this point. It's a below average game. It's crashed way more than an average game would. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.